We got zombie survival quiz. Most people choose wrong. This video is long as fuck, so we're gonna split it up into 3 parts. If you want part 2, let's get 5 likes. The second we get 5 likes, the next part's coming out the same hour. Let's get it.
You'd survive a zombie apocalypse. Not movie logic, not gamer instincts, actual survival decision making.
I'm surviving.
Disaster studies, urban collapse scenarios, and real world psychology. It's
Bet.
28 questions long. Some of the questions are easy, most of them are not. For each of the questions, you get 4 options to pick from, and I'll tell you the right answer and explain why the others most likely will get you killed. As we go through the quiz, you should keep track of your score. You get 1 point per correct answer. And at the end, I'll tell you whether or not you'll last. So before we begin, I'm going to give you some context as to this world and also the scenario so that you can make informed choices. So this quiz, right, this scenario, it uses classic slow-moving zombies. So like classic infection type zombies with moderate hearing and smell. They have poor eyesight, especially in low lighting. These zombies will notice if you're loud, if you're fast, or if you're bleeding. In terms of how to defeat them, the zombies don't feel pain. They don't bleed out. The only tried and tested way to destroy them is by destroying the brain. And they don't stop unless you hit a central nervous system, so when you're picking weapons, that's what you're aiming for. In terms of how the virus spreads, or how—
Bro, a nigga like me, I'm choosing a fucking baseball bat like my goat Negan. Bro, that nigga Negan from The Walking Dead, if you know, he's a fucking dog.
The virus
he's a fucking dog.
Fast. People say it's from bites, maybe blood. It's not airborne as far as we know, but if someone gets it, they turn fast. To give you some context of you live in an urban area with 2 other people, so it's like a medium-sized city, pretty densely populated area with like the infrastructure of what you get in an urban area. So public transport, accessible supermarkets, roads, etc. I hope you took some notes or you remembered those facts because they may or may not be relevant in deciding what you'll do. So again, I'll set out each question in turn and then the options, and I'll give you a couple of seconds to pick your answer. I'll tell you the right answer after each question and give you an explanation as to why that's the right answer. Feel free, obviously, to pause the video to take more time if you need it, and most importantly, keep track of how many answers you get right or wrong for your final score at the end. And without further ado, let's begin. So you've just confirmed it, it's a zombie outbreak. You live on the 2nd floor apartment in a medium-sized city, and it's the first 10 minutes. What do? Option A, leave immediately.
Wait. You live in a 2nd floor apartment in a medium-sized city. It's the first 10 minutes. What do? Okay.
By car and head towards the countryside. Option B, grab a backpack and head on foot to the nearest supermarket. Option C, wait a bit, gather information, and then leave before nightfall. Or option D, stay put and begin fortifying your home.
Okay, so I already know off the rip, leave immediately by car is not gonna work. Everyone's leaving by car. The whole roads are gonna be fucking crowded. So that's not gonna work, right? Grab a backpack and head on foot to the nearest supermarket. I think if there was a zombie apocalypse, niggas would be raiding at the start, right? So I'm not sure if that's the right option either. Wait a while, gather info, then leave before nightfall. Interesting. That's low-key the best option so far. And then stay put and begin fortifying your home. The reason why that might not work is because people might be raiding, bro. So like if you're just trying to fortify your crib, especially if you're in the city, that's just getting raided. I'm going with C. I'm staying put, getting info, and then I'm leaving before nightfall. C.
So the correct answer is option D. Stay put and again fortify your home.
0 for 1.
So the reason that this is the right answer is because leaving in the first wave is often one of the riskiest things that you can do. During the first wave of an outbreak, infrastructure breaks down basically instantly. The roads are full of accidents and abandoned cars, emergency services are overwhelmed or completely gone, and if you're in a vehicle, you're likely going to get stuck. And if you're on foot, you're probably going to be exposed. Another reason to stay put is because you have more control at home. You know your layout, your entry points, and what you have at home. You're able to block doors, ration supplies, and also reduce noise. All in all, staying put has fewer variables and more you can control, and there's also just less visibility to the outside world and its threats. Public spaces during this time are basically chaos zones because supermarkets and gas stations are early hotspots for violence, looting, infection spread. The majority of people that early in disaster events do so because they go out thinking that they can grab more supplies. Another reason to stay is because waiting often gives you more information. In the next 12 to 48 hours, you'll learn what's happening, where to go or avoid, and whether there's an organized response. And so people who leave immediately often walk into blind danger. The only exceptions where leaving might be the right choice is if your building is actually compromised, like if there's an infected person inside and there's no way to secure it, or if you have a clear escape plan with pre-packaged supplies and like a safe destination, or if you live somewhere that's completely indefensible. So for example, there's a glass storefront, or you're on the ground floor, or if there's wide entry points. But other than that, the safest thing to do is to stay and fortify and wait. So you've decided to stay put and ride out the first wave in your apartment. You've locked the doors, you've pulled the curtains, and you've confirmed it's a real outbreak. What's the smartest next move? Option A, start moving heavy furniture to block entry points. Option B, fill bathtubs, sinks, and pots with clean water. Option C, inventory your kitchen and make a ration plan. Or option D, turn on the news and call your loved ones for updates.
Okay. So start moving heavy furniture to block the entry points. I would do that, but I don't know if I'd do that right away. Fill bathtubs, sinks, pots with clean water. That's smart because eventually water is gonna get cut off completely. So get your water early, that low key is the smartest thing to do because water is it's essential. You know what I'm saying? It's the most essential thing to a human being. And then inventory your kitchen and make a ration plan. That can wait. Like we're not gonna just start munching on our food immediately the second that, you know what I'm saying? Like we're not just gonna munch on food if there's an outbreak. We're gonna be very conservative. And then turn on the news and call loved ones. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Turn on the news is shit. It's between B and D, bro. It's between B and D because the news is gonna give us an idea of what's going on, so we can be well informed. And the news is gonna go down, but the news is gonna go down quick. So you want to know what's going on. You want to watch the news early. You know what I'm saying? While it's still up. I'm going B. B. Fill bathtubs and sinks with water.
The correct answer is option B.
Hey!
So the reason this is the right answer is because in disaster scenarios, especially when infrastructure is unstable, water is often one of the first systems to fail. City water might stop flowing or become contaminated within hours of an outbreak. And since you're at home and you have a bathtub, bathtubs can act as large reservoirs for washing or flushing, and pots, bottles, and kettles are drinking water reserves. Because the power might cut out at any time, this is definitely the most important thing to do, and you should fill any container while the water pressure is still on. So why are the other options not correct? So option A, if you barricade, this is important, but time-sensitive utilities come first. For option C, ration planning, again, this is smart, but no food is a problem in 3 days, while no water is a problem in the first day. And option D, turning on the news and calling your loved ones, that sounds useful, but communication noise risks attention, and you can also gather that information after securing the basics. Okay, so it's 15 minutes in, containers are full, the pressure is dropping, the power is still on, but it could cut out at any moment. What's the smartest next move? Option A, inventory food in order of perishability and set ration sizes. Option B, stand on the balcony to gauge how many people are on the street. Option C, drag a bookcase against your front door for extra bracing. Or option D, write a visible note on your front door saying, alive inside, uninfected, in case help comes.
Bruh, hell no to D. Hell no to B, so fuck no on B and D. Inventory food and drag a bookcase. Those are the two most important in my opinion, because you don't want no one breaking in and you want to make sure that you're being responsible with your food. I'm going with C. The reason why I'm going with C is because someone could break in at any moment. So you want to make sure that you're secured first. Because when there's an outbreak, you're not going to just immediately start munching on food. Same thing with the question before, right? You're not just going to immediately start munching on food immediately when a fucking outbreak happens. So you should be trying to get safe first. Safety is number one priority. Get safe first. So I think C. We're locked. It's C.
So the correct answer here is option A, inventory and ration.
Oh my fucking God. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Important is because a calorie plan prevents panic eating and also using fridge power while you still have fridge power. Option B is incorrect because this makes you a visible target. Your silhouette against the sky is bait for both infected people and opportunistic survivors, and it's not worth the risk this early.
That's true.
Option C, bracing the door, is not wrong, but it's slightly premature. You're still going to want flexibility to move between the rooms and also possibly scavenge from your neighbors or adjust sound or light control. And option D, the front door note, this might emotionally feel smart, but ultimately...
Actually, yeah, I get what she's saying. Because if someone is trying to break in, you're going to hear that, then you could just put the brace in. Yeah. Fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm counting that as a win. I'm 2 for 3 right now. Fuck that shit.
This is because it draws attention to your apartment, and it also gives
away
the fact that someone is alive inside and likely with resources. It also just increases your risk of being targeted by desperate people, and there's no guarantee.
Exactly. Like when someone's desperate, it don't matter if they're a good person, bro. They're gonna do what they gotta do to survive, bro. Because all these people have families too. Like what I realized from watching The Walking Dead is when there's a fucking outbreak, there is no good or bad people for the most part. There's just survivors. It's all about survival. So like both parties going against each other could both be good, but at the end of the day, if we need what you have, we're gonna take it. It's just that simple, you know what I mean?
Reads this note. So you're an hour into the outbreak, the supplies are counted, you shared the space with your 2 flatmates. What's the next priority? Option A, establish a silent alert or knock code for movement inside the flat. Option B, cook a large hot meal before the gas or electricity dies. Option C, assign one person to sit by the peephole and watch the hallway. Or option D, start binge charging every device you own.
Okay, it's D. It's definitely D. Okay, so establish a silent alert knock code. Okay, that's cool. It's D. You need to get all your shit charged as soon as possible. Just because, like, nigga, once power goes out, it's out. You know what I mean? So, like, you need to get that shit as soon as possible, bro. I think it's D. Portable chargers, computers, phones, iPads, all that shit, bro. Charge it up to the maximum and then turn everything off except for one. And then just use it, like, as much as you can before it just goes out. Portable chargers... It's D.
So the correct option is option A, to have a silent alert system. So the reason this is the right answer is because having discipline in how you communicate can stop accidental shouting, accidental noise, and door opens later. Hot food and device charging matters, but all of these other things can wait until rules against loud mistakes, which are potentially fatal mistakes, are put in place. Okay, so you're now 2 hours into the outbreak.
I'm 2 for 4.
Communications are set and it's still quiet outside. What do you do next? Option A, pick...
Communications are set, it's still quiet outside. What's the sensible next option?
One windowless interior room as the fallback or the sleep space. Option B, clear the hallway outside your unit of any loose objects. Option C, start boiling tap water to sterilize it while power remains. Or option D, spread your stored water containers across different rooms in case of a breach.
Spread your stored water containers across different rooms in case of a breach? Nigga, if it's breached, it's breached. What are you talking about? What, in case of a breach? If it's breached, it's breached, nigga. What the fuck? Select one windowless interior room as the fallback sleep space. Select one windowless interior room as the fallback sleep. Okay. Clear the hallway outside your unit of any loose objects. I don't see why that matters. What, in case, because you don't want to trip in case zombies come in? Like, what? And then start boiling tap water to sterilize it while power remains. I mean, you don't need power to heat shit. And you don't even need to boil tap water in the first place. Select one. I'm saying A, bro. Select one windowless interior room as the fallback sleep space. A.
So the correct option here is option A, designated. So the reason this is the right answer is because if the outer flat is breached, you need a last line of defense already chosen. So this is about prioritizing worst case preparedness before it's too late. By the 2 hour mark, we're assuming you've already secured water, you've already locked down, and you've gone dark.
Okay, I'm gonna make this shit 2 parts because I'm way too locked in. I can't do 3, bro. I have to do 2.
And also the initial chaos is past, but stability is still fragile. So option B, clearing the hallway of loose objects, is a good idea, but it's not really worth the risk of sound unless there's an active threat outside. Option C, boiling the water, sounds smart, but you've already filled containers at this point, and the tap water is still running, so it's not yet unsafe. The power right now might stay on for hours, or it might just cut suddenly, but even then, you can boil the water from the fallback room later. Boiling it right now just creates unnecessary heat, noise, and smell, which are all signals that you want to prevent early on. And finally, D, spreading the water containers around the room. This is like...
I don't really think heating water would smell. I don't smell when a nigga's boiling fucking water in the next room. So, I mean, I think she's being a little bit too cautious with that, but I guess, sure.
Good idea, but it's minor optimization. Obviously, if you're breached, you don't want all of your water in one place, but again, if you're breached that badly, the whole flat is essentially compromised. And the fallback room should already have its own...
Like, nigga, if it's breached, it's a fucking... It's an apartment. If it's breached, it's breached. There's no fallback room to a breach. Like, spreading the water across all different rooms is just dumb, because then you're gonna fall back to one room as a collective anyway, so there's no point in doing that.
Mini storage. Okay, so you've made it to the end of day 1. The barricades, water, food, signals, safe room, and hygiene are all handled. What should you do to finish the day? Option 1.
Barricades, water, food, signals, safe room, and hygiene are handled. What should you do to finish the day?
Stay awake all night in rotating 2-hour guard shifts. Option B. Start a small cooking fire on the balcony to reduce indoor smells.
Fuck no.
Option C. Signal from a window in Morse code that survivors are inside. Or option D. Mentally map a 10 to 14 day isolation timeline and nightly routine.
Stay awake all night in rotating 2-hour guard shifts. It's either A or D. Mentally map a 10 to 14 day isolation timeline and nightly routine. Yeah. And then signal from the window in Morse that survivors are inside. And then start a small cooking fire on the balcony to reduce indoor smells. This is dumb as shit. Because that means people are gonna know people are gonna know where you are. They're gonna come looking for you. You know what I'm saying? It's either A or D. Stay awake all night in rotating 2-hour shifts. This is definitely what you should do, but I can see why you should do both. I'm gonna say D, bro, but you should do both. I'm gonna say D though. I'm gonna say D.
So the correct answer here is option D. Hurry, way downtown! So the reason that this is the right answer is because this sets psychological expectations and also ration discipline. Setting fires, making signals, or having exhausting all-night watches just create risk without adding any immediate survival value. So it's now been 48 hours since the beginning of the outbreak. You've not heard any sirens, no screams, no gunfire, just silence. You crack a window and you listen, and movement sounds faint and far away. What do you do now? Option A, slide open the window a few more inches for ventilation because the air inside is stale. Option B, scan the street from behind the curtain for movement or patterns. Option C, step briefly onto your balcony and confirm how many bodies you can see below. Or option D, knock on the ceiling to check if the neighbors upstairs are still alive.
Fuck no. Okay. Slide open the window a few inches for ventilation. The air inside is stale. Okay. Scan the street from behind the curtain for movement or patterns. Step briefly onto the balcony to confirm how many bodies are below. No. Okay, so C and D are fuck no's. Slide open the window a few inches for ventilation. You do kind of need to do this eventually, but I'm not sure if you want to do this. Thing is, we don't know if it's airborne yet, so I'm gonna say nah. I think it's B. Scan the street from behind the curtain because you need to know what's going on, bro. Like you can't just not know what's going on in the fucking in your immediate area. You know what I'm saying? There could be you could be surrounded by zombies for all you know, or there could be absolutely none, right? So you have to know. I'm saying B.
So the correct answer here is option B, scan the street. So the reason
we're locked. Oh my god, we're locked. 5 for 7.
In the 48-hour period, this phase is about information without exposure. Exactly. If you're looking quietly through a covered window, this can give you insight into movement without sound or silhouette. Opening a window or stepping outside creates unnecessary noise and profile. And knocking is an even worse idea because you don't know who's alive or what they'd do if they heard you. You suspect that the apartment across the hall is abandoned. The door is cracked. What do you do? Option A, enter quietly and search it for supplies. Option B, close and secure the door from the outside to prevent risk later. Option C, leave it untouched. Or option D, knock once, wait, and then cautiously enter with your knife drawn.
Enter quietly and search it for supplies. Close and secure the door from the outside to prevent risk later. Leave it untouched. Knock once, wait, then enter cautiously with a knife drawn. Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Like, it's risky. But I think if it's abandoned, bro, like, you should really try and scavenge that shit. It's literally right across from you, bro. Like, if you have a knife, this shit just happened. Like, it's not like there's gonna be 1,000 zombies. And if there are, you could just go back to your shit and lock the door and barricade it, and you should be good. Enter quietly, searching for supplies. Yeah, I think it's D. Because I don't think you should just enter. Entering is crazy, because if it's open, zombies could have gotten in. You don't know, right? Knock once, wait, then enter cautiously with a knife drawn. Yeah, D. Yeah, D. This is risky. I might be wrong, but I think
so. The correct answer here is option A. Enter quietly and search. So the reason this is the right answer is because at this point, controlled scavenging is strategic. If a room is clearly empty, it's better that you take its resources before someone clearly more desperate does. Avoiding all unknowns also isn't sustainable long term. Don't knock.
Exactly.
Don't announce. Don't waste the opportunity. At night, you hear footsteps and whispering outside your apartment door. It's clearly human. What do you do? Option A, stay completely
At night, you hear footsteps and whispering outside your apartment door. It's clearly human. What do you do?
silent. Don't move. Don't make noise. Option B, whisper to your group to grab weapons in case they come in. Option C, make a deliberate sound to show that you're at home and you're not worth breaking in. Or option D, wait for them to move on and then open the door quietly to check.
Personally, I'm staying completely silent. Don't move. Actually, wait. I'd whisper to my group to grab weapons in case they come in. I'm not trying to interact with them at all. But I'm also not just gonna stand there and be quiet, because we have the advantage. You know what I'm saying? So we all get weapons. We just chill. Wait for them to move on. I'm saying B.
So the
it has to be
answer
B.
Here is option A.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, it's not. No, it's not. They wouldn't hear if we just went to grab fucking weapons, bro. They would not hear that. No, it's B. I don't care. I'm counting that. That's a point for me. I don't care.
So the reason that this is the right answer is because this isn't the time to act. Silence is your defense. If they're looters, they'll avoid resistance, and if they're panicking, noise can make them choose your door. If they're infected, sound draws them. You only move if they try to enter, and even then, you don't speak. Your flatmate whispers too loudly during a routine water check.
I'm not going for that. I think I'm right, but sure.
And you hear a muffled groan from somewhere in the hallway a few minutes later. What do? Option A, take a position at the door with a weapon in case someone comes through. Option B, quietly relocate everyone to your fallback room and lock the door. Option C, tell them to stay put and go investigate alone while it's quiet. Or option D, whisper sharply at them, telling them to shut up and listen.
Your flatmate whispers too loudly during a routine water check. You hear a muffled groan from somewhere in the hallway a few minutes later. What do? Take position at the door with a weapon in case something comes through. Quietly relocate everyone to your fallback room and lock the door. Tell them to stay put and go investigate alone while it's quiet. Whisper sharply at them, telling them to shut up and listen. Take position at the door with a weapon in case something comes through. But your doors, I'm assuming the doors are locked. Like, no one's just going to come in without you knowing. Quietly relocate everyone to your fallback room. I don't think you got to do that either. Whisper sharply at them, telling them to shut up and listen. Tell them to stay put and go investigate. You don't got to go investigate either. I would say it's either D or A. I'm saying D, bro. I don't even think you got to fucking... I don't think this is an immediate threat. I'm not going to lie. It's just not. They don't know where you are. I'm saying D. 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 It's got to be. It's Gotta be.
So the correct answer is option B, really quickly fall out. So the reason
Are you fucking kidding me? How? How?
The right answer is because containment is the protocol here. Fallback spaces exist for this reason. You don't split up, you don't go hunting, and you don't escalate anything. This is defensive discipline. Move to the stronghold and listen. If nothing happens, then you wait. And if something breaches, you're ready. You overhear a
What? Nigga, no. Nigga, like, you can always go to the fallback room if they try to get in, but your door should be locked. So if they try to break the lock, then you go to the fallback room. I don't agree. I disagree. Bro, whisper sharply at them, telling them to shut up and listen so they can listen, so they can hear, okay? Tell them to stay put and go investigate. Obviously not. Take position at the door with a weapon in case something comes through. This was... And then quietly, like, what? Nah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think D is the right option, bro. Just shut up and listen, bro. We don't have to fucking go hide. They can't get in unless they try to break in. If they try to break in, then we go to the fallback room.
So the reason this is the right answer is because containment is the protocol here.
Whatever.
Fallback spaces exist. Radio. Evacuation might be happening 6 miles away at an old stadium, but you don't have any further details and there's also no schedule. What do you do? Option A, immediately pack and leave while the streets are quiet. Option B, wait 24 hours to gather more information or listen for updates. Option C, prepare a bag and scout the route before committing. Or option D, ignore it.
Okay, you overhear a broadcast on a still working radio. Evacuation may be happening 6 miles away at an old stadium. No details, no schedule. What do? You overhear a broadcast on a still working radio. Evacuation may be happening 6 miles away. Bro, it's not gonna work. Immediately pack and leave while the streets are quiet? Fuck no. Wait 24 hours to gather more info or listen for updates. Prepare a bail bag and scout the route before committing. Ignore it. C. Bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. These fucking broadcasts, these evacuation attempts never fucking work, bro. Because everyone is going to be going to the fucking evac, which means they're going to make a lot of fucking noise, which means there's going to be a lot of zombies, bro. I'm saying ignore it. D. Fuck that shit. It's not going to work, bro.
So the correct answer here is option C, which is prepare to move, but don't move just yet. So the reason this is the right answer is because if you leave now, you risk walking into chaos or nothing at all. But ignoring it completely is also a gamble. The right call here is controlled contingency. You should prep a bag, watch for signals, and then assess the route. Okay, so you've gathered your bag, and now you have to choose one weapon to take when fleeing the apartment. What's the smartest guy? Option A is a long crowbar. Option B, a short machete. Option C is a steel baseball bat. Or
I already told that niggas. I'm taking that baseball bat. I ain't gonna lie.
D, a cordless drill.
Give me that baseball bat, nigga. No. I don't even care what the best option is. For all we know, a machete or a crowbar could be the best option. What I'm taking is that steel baseball bat, goddammit. And there's no way around it. Facts.
So the correct answer here is option A, the long crowbar.
I don't give a fuck.
The reason this is the right answer is because this is the weapon that you're gonna grab before leaving your apartment. So the weapon choice here needs to factor in, number one, how lethal it is against zombies, especially skull trauma. Number two, utility in the field. So how it works against doors, fences, or breaking into places.
Did you see what that nigga Negan did to that nigga Glenn's skull? And you're gonna tell me that that shit's not lethal? Sure, bro. Sure.
Number three, durability and portability. You want a weapon that won't break and it won't slow you down.
I'm not going.
And number four, ease of use under stress, so no skill or precision needed. The reason the crowbar is the best choice is because it delivers focused and dense impact, which is ideal for cracking skulls. It also functions as a multi-tool, so it can open doors, pry fences.
Nigga, a baseball bat is the best option here. She's just wrong. I'm not really going.
does. There's no edge to maintain, there's no power required, and it's nearly indestructible. And basically, it works in both combat and escape. All in all, it's the most versatile survival tool that you can carry. The machete was a viable option, but it's risky. It's good in the sense that it's fast and it's light, and it's good for clearing brush or like cutting rope, but it's not really designed for hard impact because it can slice through soft tissue, but it might get stuck in bone. And remember from the beginning of this video, I told you that in order to defeat a zombie, you have to aim for its brain. And in order to get to the brain, you have to go through the skull. And a machete can get...
Hey, batter, hey, batter, swing. Come on, we just do our thing. Hey, batter, swing. You know what I'm saying?
Stuck in the skull, or in the bone of its neck, if you're trying to cut its head off. The baseball bat also looks like it could be a really good idea, but it's probably going to perform poorly. The reason for this is because it's unnecessarily heavy, it's tiring to swing, and also there's no extra function besides the intimidation. Bats also often glance off of bone, so it's actually not great for cracking skulls, especially if you're swinging at a bad angle. And the cordless drill is wrong because this might sound like a really good idea, but drills are not going to be lethal unless it's precisely placed. It's also going to require 2 hands, close contact, and also, most importantly, electricity and battery power. And once it's dead, it's useless, and there's no extra utility or intimidation value to it. You now go into your kitchen for a secondary weapon.
Last
question. Which of these gives you the best chance of stopping a zombie in close combat? Option A, a chef's knife. Option B, a wooden rolling pin. Option C, a butcher's cleaver. Or option D, a screwdriver.
You're raiding the kitchen for a weapon. Which of these gives you the best chance of stopping a zombie in close combat? Oh, so I can have a baseball bat and a secondary thing, bro? I'm taking a knife. Cleaver, like, yeah, you can chop it from up top, but it's gonna get stuck in their fucking head, right? Screwdriver, it's not sharp enough to get a 100%, like, you know what I'm saying, that's guaranteed. A wooden rolling pin is crazy. A knife is just stab, pull out. Taking a knife. Give me that. Give me that knife. Give me that.
The correct answer here is option C, a butcher's cleaver. So the reason this is the right answer is because a cleaver has the mass and blade thickness to damage a skull with short range strikes. The chef's knife is most likely going to be too thin and it risks snapping or getting stuck. And the rolling pin, it feels like a bat, but it's probably too light to do real damage. And as I said with the bat, most likely it'll bounce or glance off bone. The screwdriver here could be good because it could puncture, but it'll probably only go through soft points and you need perfect aim under pressure. Therefore, it's not the best option. So you've packed our small bag, and a local broadcast says that evacuation teams...
So what I'm going with personally is the baseball bat and the knife. That's my loadout. What's y'all loadout? That's part 1. Remember, if you want part 2, let's get 5 likes. The second you get 5 likes, part 2 is dropping that same hour. Hey man, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. We out. Don't do it for me. Do it for Maria. Peace.